So let's go
Yeah.
in.
Any predictions to how you reckon this game will go down?
I think
Like,
this is
I'm not.
I think this is actually a pretty even game. The teams have similar amount of developments. They neither team really has tools to stop their opponent in their tracks. So I think it'll really come down to it'll come down to Nuffle, and it'll come down to whoever outplays the other.
I mean, we got a wizard for the pearls as well. That's gonna be massive because
Mm-hmm.
God, look at that catcher! Wow, moving 9, mighty blow, tackle block, blodge, beautiful.
Yeah, and this is a season team.
Yeah, 85 that's nearly legend in one season for this game.
It's
That's outstanding.
it's really pretty amazing. Uh,
What team was, and then you got an 5 wrestler in there too. And, oh, deep bench is nice.
13 players per side. Um, so actually, I did say that this game looks even to me, and I did mean it. But I think if anyone has an advantage, and it's only a small advantage, but if anyone has the advantage, I think it's the elves here. Just
Yeah.
because it'll be a little bit easier for them to do their thing, and for them to force the orcs to deal with their thing, than for the orcs to do the same to them.
Uh, so it looks like elves are going on the defense first. I'm guessing they would have chosen to defend first. Elves like to defend. You generally pick you defend first if you're an elf.
Yeah.
Their offense is not the hard part of their game style, and it's if you have a choice, you rather defend for your entire team before they get obliterated. Really, I mean, there's enough money blow and tackle on this orc team to be a real problem. They'll jump up as well on 2 different players. Like that Blitzer Morpic Blitzrock is a nasty one. I love that Black Hawk. I don't build my Black Hawks that way myself personally. I'm more of a control. I usually go block guard, stand firm. But I can appreciate a good monster like that.
Yep, and in this matchup for sure, like it's definitely good at killing elves.
He does have a niggle though. That's a bit of a sad note.
Yeah, apparently he took a niggle on both. Apparently he lost like 4 players all in one game during the regular season. Like both of his niggled, he has 2 niggled black orcs, and both of them took those niggles on the same game. And in that game, he also lost 2 tackle players.
Yeah. Well, he's only got the 2 tackles that actually now, which is, I mean, obviously you think that Black Ops will get hunted down. I mean, there's even a guard, the guard blitzer. Oh, look at the blodge guard blitzer, beautiful. That's all, like that's a perfect blitzer for pro elves. Like, because those 4 skills are so strong, and it's only 2 level 2.
Yeah, like I would even go so far. Looks like high kick for the orcs. Who has fame, by the way?
Yep.
It is the orcs have +1
orcs,
fame.
Yep. You expect that because orcs these are G-Man Div 2, I believe.
They do. They have more games under their belts. But if Hipzter's been winning all of his games, then usually you top out around the same place.
Yeah, that's a fair point. We do the Samus kiosk, so there's no bribe or rocks coming away either.
Oh, immediately
Wow.
an injured line elf. Miss next game.
That's fine. He's a lineman. It's his job. Takes hits for his better players.
Still,
So,
Manus has to be happy about that start.
there's one little thing you can nitpick is some people you push them along the line to maximize your blocks a little bit. That's just me nitpicking. It's fine. Probably see Crow here. Why not? Nah, it's fine.
Well, he tried to pro. He just didn't get it.
Yeah. It's a great skill for your breeders, for your killers. That's great.
Especially in orcs, actually, because they already come with block. Like the only thing you take other than pro is probably Juggernaut on a pure killer, right?
Yeah, I mean, some people what's another good point? Yeah, there's nothing else you really want to take. Stand firm, maybe, I guess, but that's his personal preference, really. Some people like Frenzy as well. That works well with either Jug as well.
Yeah, I can see Frenzy. I like.
But yeah, Yeah, I think frenzy. The problem is if you frenzy with strength 3 and you're trying to kill someone like in the killer mold rather than surfing mold, you can get exposed.
Yeah,
Pretty poorly.
that's sort of my thinking. On a pure killer, I think unless it starts with frenzy, it's usually better to take it only if you roll like a stat up.
Yep.
Just because then you need to commit if you don't have that, you need to commit a lot more players to making sure your killer doesn't get frenzy trapped.
Right, so we're seeing like a big orc line here. So a big trap that a lot of orc coaches fall for is orcs are generally slow teams, especially when you're playing quick teams like now.
Oh, GFI right there.
You force to make GFI to get range and coverage. Because a lot of teams just go around it. So teams cut in half effectively. Like that left side is it will be exposed.
Manus did leave 2 orcs back looks like a blitzer actually and a lion man back to protect as a sort of soft cage. Like this is a really loose cage, but it is a cage.
Yeah. I mean, he can if he really wants it. Like you can blitz either side you like, and then say blitz with mark with a catch, blitz with the blitzer, and you can stick start blood step on the ball. You know what I mean? For either force the blitz to get him off because his tackle is stuck in the tackle zones, or you can probably mark him up I wouldn't mark him up, but you can try and zone him out if you really want to.
Yeah, you definitely could do that. I think it's probably a little too early for the elves to do that right now. They would need to commit a lot to behind the orc line in order to take a hit of the ball, and they could definitely mark it, but they can't actually hit the ball carrier. And there's enough free orcs down here that you're going to be hurting if you try to mark the ball carrier at this point.
Yeah, now this could kind of collapse the pocket, you get caught inside. That's saying there's only one thing that I really see that's missing from this elf team, and that's a kicker. Like they make up with it by having 2 guard pieces, which is outstanding. But I mean that kicker is probably the last piece that's missing from his team.
That's actually a good point, and he has some dodge linemen as well, and a wrestle lineman. So clearly he had the chance. Really clearly had the chance to take kick. He just decided not to take it.
Like, it's such a good control skill because you can dictate the pace of your drive. If you want a quick drive, kick it short. You want a long drive against slow teams. You want to make sure the drive goes a minimum of 4 to 6 turns. Kick it somewhere deep that makes them come to you. Lets you set up your screen whenever you want. It makes you go. You can even dictate how they defend as well. It's fantastic.
He does, of course, have a catcher who's 3 SPP away from getting actually 5 catcher, 3 SPP away from getting leap. So it could be he's just waiting for that.
Would you take leap or strip? Like,
I think
because if he can still dodge him with Agi 5 at this stage. I mean, leap is nice, but his strip gives him an element he doesn't have right now.
That is very true. You can tell that I don't play elves very often.
No, I mean, no, I'm not an elf coach myself personally, but I just I'm an elf coach, so I know what pisses me off, and that's strip ball and shit like that.
Yep, at the same time though, that is it's not really important for this game because it doesn't have it yet, but for orcs, that's why you take the thrower, right? Strip ball protection.
Yeah, the orc thrower and a lot of orc coaches, it's very, very, very debated, because there's 2 avenues of options. You either run a blitzer as a carrier, or you run the thrower. The thrower is limited until you need a stat up on the thrower. Once he gets a setup, it becomes a really good piece. In this case, you have a setup and doubles, which makes it excellent because that's a strength that will get bloods. AVA doesn't matter too much. He's not going to get hit if you protect him well enough. You got enough guard surrounding him, and his coverage doesn't want to move as fast as he does, which is
a lot of coaches don't like him because he's slower than a blitzer and he has only AV8. But I say, well, first of all, orcs can afford 1 AV8 player. But I think it provides a lot of safety for picking up the ball and for holding on to the ball against strip ball. And if you're worried about speed, you just hand it off to a blitzer.
Yeah, especially you're not wrong. Plus, the occasional passing play is unexpected, and it is a little it's not definitely not ideal. I mean, you're not going to design an offense around a passing orc play. if you look, you can if you like. If you got the skills, why not go for it? But ideally, you're just using it just to run it in very slowly. But the flip side is, if you're using a blitzer right to carry the ball, you're losing a blitzer that could be else. They're your star players. So you're losing either a secondary killer or a support piece or whatever it could be, or a frenzy piece as well.
Yep, exactly. So it looks like Manus has a 6 orc cage here. So maybe he may be trying to bait out the fireball.
Yep. It's like the 6 orc, the big orc cube. Dirty player on the Blood's guard. That's a bad
sent off immediately. That's unfortunate. That was a good well.
No assist. It was a 1 assist foul.
I think this player is valuable enough that was probably worth the risk. And the fireball comes in.
Instant fireball. Wow.
3 orcs come down. No injuries, and the ball is still in hand.
You can get on that ball very easily. Guard moves up. You want 2 dice to blitz out the way. If it's a knockdown, it's a 2 dice on the ball somewhere. You run around the black hawk on the right hand side.
Yeah.
It's 1 dice. No, 1 dice is strength 4. See? So strong.
Yeah, strength 4 is good, but let's see. He can probably. How many guard players does he have? Do the elves have? 2. He could.
One's knocked down.
He could actually generate a 2 die on here if he knocks down both the black orc and the guard lineman, or blitzer rather. Then he can put a guard player on both of the areas that they're protecting. Or no, he can't because the blitzer will be blocking one of those spaces. Nope, 1 die is the best he can get.
That's fine. And look, he doesn't have block anyway, so 1 die of block is a really good chance.
Yep, that's true. Just make sure you send in a tackler.
Yep. Which
he has.
Yeah. Guess who it is? He's star player.
Yeah.
Movement 9 star. Does everything. I mean, recovery's fine. Edgy 5 for recovery. You can just throw it to the nose of steel because it's such a good ability, and then he's gone.
He does. He does everything but 1 turn. Legend skill probably like sidestep, so he can do that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's probably not. At the same time, though, judging by the thinking that Hipzter is doing, I think this is probably not the fireball result he wanted to see. I think he probably really wanted to see the thrower go down.
I think that's if you're saying 3 out of 5 go down, that's a win. You take that win every day of the week.
I mean, I'd say I agree. Didn't manage to quite break armor on the niggle. Got close though. Mighty Blow would have had it.
Alright, so there's your mark on the ball.
Oh, and we have a KO'd Blitzer. That's big for the elves.
So he doesn't follow up. So the only thing I'll knock here is that I may want to move the guard up instead of accumulating the Edgy 5 for the assist, because you may want the Edgy 5 for the recovery. That's just me nitpicking, really. But
what he might do is he might want to get his assist on the side and blitz from the front instead of the other way around.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, and looks like that's what he's doing. And I can see why he'd want to do this. It's a little bit safer. It pushes the ball back, and it means you have fewer. You're putting your star player at less risk.
Yep. The scatter's kind means you're catching, just run onto it, and he's gone. That is
a push.
Push isn't good enough.
Rerolled into both down.
Got it. That's it. Look at that dream scatter. Look at that.
And Agi 5 means you can just dodge through here. This is a rookie black orc. Oh, you're right. This is movement, not agility.
Yeah.
So that's a 3+3. That's a 2+3+ dodge. Other way around. It's 3+2+. I don't know that I'd necessarily want to do that with my star player. I would be willing to do that with a different elf, though. Although he doesn't actually need to, because he has another catcher on the wings.
Yeah, shut the guard. He's just being safe. Yep, that's fine. No reroll, so balls in his hands.
He's an elf. He doesn't need rerolls. And suddenly this is looking really good for Hipzter.
Yeah, problem is is he gonna throw the ball back down the end? I think he has to because he's gonna get blitzed.
I mean, if all he does is put the ball into the end zone, that's still really good. That looks like he is throwing. He rolled a 6.
Oh no!
Oh, he's passing to himself.
Yep.
He's turned his defensive drive into an offensive drive.
Yeah, it makes sense because otherwise he's in range of both the jump up. It's easy to dice with no coverage, and then the ball's just back where it is. But instead, the woods is gone, and you're 3 squares back. Now he's in his best hands, well protected.
I do think throwing towards the Orc end zone would have also been a good play. It would have almost certainly prevented the Orcs from scoring, and it would have given him a chance to recover the ball. This move was a little bit more riskier, but it gives him a much better chance of scoring.
Yep. Jump up, showing its worth off, finds a POW. Do you reckon we see a pile on here, especially on the blitzer?
I don't think so because the blitzer has fend.
He has fend. Yeah, that's a good point. He's fine.
I do think if there wasn't for the pylon, he would have gone to a different place, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think this elf probably would have wanted to go towards the orc, but he couldn't because of the pylon.
Bloodstep guard, so beautiful, isn't it? Just gets out of trouble.
It really is pretty great.
Tying up pieces, you know, that whole right flank held down by one player.
Like, other than the War Dancer, I think this is probably the best elf. Or at least the best elf blitzer, because all the catchers are pretty amazing.
Yeah, there are no bad elf catchers, I think. Would you rather this or the witch elf? Because both are really good. One starts to jump up and dodge, and one starts to block and sidestep.
The witch elf is pretty amazing, yeah. I'd say the pro elf catcher is probably about equivalent to the witch elf.
I agree with that.
It's definitely better than the dark elf or high elf blitzer.
Yeah, well, the dark elf thing, best part is that you get 4 of them. I mean,
yep, that's true. So it looks like Manus has opted to block with his thrower. Presumably he wanted the extra strength to butt in here.
Yeah, he's pretty well safe. I mean, unless he wants to commit the guard there. Like, that whole left side, there's not much stopping him from just legging it down the left-hand side of the pitch. I mean, he can go on the sideline and then nothing gets to it apart from that black hole, but he's tied up in the tackle zones already.
And it's not too hard for Hipzter to get rid of this catcher either. He already has 2 assists, so a blitz into a push is all he needs. And then, like I said, he can just run down the left side, and the Orcs are going to struggle to respond to that.
Yeah, they're just going to stare at him angrily, and that's about it. I mean, then you go down, he's going to probably score maybe turn 4 or 5, go up 1-0 on his defensive half. That's, you know, that's a wizard well spent. If your wizard can get you a score in return, that's excellent. That's all you want.
Looking at the field position, he definitely can score in turn 4 or 5. But do you think he might want to try to install?
Stalling is a brave call. I mean, I can see the point.
I am getting no dropped frames, Tomo, so I think it is probably switch. Or, oh, you can't actually hear me. Well, Twitch, I mean. Not dropping any frames.
Let me check.
Okay, there we go. Looks like he is opting to not use the blitz to remove the thrower, but he did manage to POW it. No armor break. And he is definitely going for the left side as we predicted.
Yeah, there's a blitz. He wants to use them to cover screen up as well. Makes sense.
Cheese. Have someone casting or someone co-casting, so I think I'm good right now. Thanks for offering, though. So yeah, it looks... Do you think he'll try to dodge away from these orcs, or do you think he'll try to make more blocks against them? That is running straight down the field. That tells me Hipzter is going for the early score.
Yep. I mean, he moved the catcher next. He's going to have to make GFIs to get in that safe spot. Then he's going to have to dodge away from tackle, so he's going to have to roll some dice here.
He actually doesn't need to dodge out of tackle.
Do you want to leave him base as a black with tackle and block?
I mean, no, you don't want to leave him base there. Like he's gonna make this dodge, but he doesn't need to make it. Like I guess
yeah, that works.
Yeah, that definitely works. Is that
he's in range still.
He's in range of a blitzer and
both.
A black orc. Oh, both blitzers. Yeah, you're right. And now he is not. Orcs are probably not making those dodges. Could still be marked by a blitzer and a black orc. But he would need. But Manus would need to knock down one of these elves to do that.
All right, so the only black orc in range needs a 3+ and a 4+ into a 1 with 2 GFIs and a 1 dice. It's
Oh, and then that guy ended up there. This is a bad situation for Manus.
Yeah, that screen is solid.
About the best he can hope for is he can blitz the dodge line elf. Oh.
Yep, no chance now.
He can blitz the dodge line elf, and then he can go from that blitz into marking the catcher. That is still, like, at best making a 2+ roll, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, this is disaster for the Orcs. This was their offensive drive. So there you go. Next turn, they've only hurt 1 player, but there's a bench supporting it too.
Yep.
And then they go into defending against elves who are probably more than happy to outrun them and stall them for half the scenes.
Yeah.
Then you got to try and score twice in probably 3 turns, most likely, which is...
It is a lot easier to stall for 4 turns than it is for 8.
But then you're saying he's going to score in 4, including turning over the ball once as well.
I think this was the right play, but with the wrong orc. He should have used... He could have used a tackle blitzer, but he should have, but he didn't. Well, he is still going to get some marks on the ball carrier, but I mean, like, this guy...
Easy enough to remove him.
This does let him put 2 blitzers on the ball carrier, which I think does make a difference. But it's still a 2+ to score.
Yeah, if you're in a position where you're kind of hoping for once the opponent not to score, it's not a good feeling.
At this point, I think I would just be looking to... I'd be looking to mark as many elves as possible if I was the orcs, to try and force them to... Well, it's force them to score pretty much, because they're going to score anyway. It's better for the orcs if they score sooner rather than later.
Give them time to take the score back.
So try to force them to score by killing as many elves as possible, or threatening to kill as many elves as possible.
Well, it's a shame it's a shame that his Diddy Pay went off so early. I mean, on the first attempt. I mean, this Bloodstep fan, he is tying every one of these players up. He can't knock them down. He's just being a real nuisance.
Yep. Manus' lack of tackle is hurting him a little bit here.
Try dodging away. Did I miss it?
Did he?
No, Reroll.
He
Did Mark get hit?
reroll. That's brave.
GFI.
I did not like that GFI.
No.
After you got the after I made a 4+3+ dodge with a blitzer orc blitzer, I'm happy where I am. I'm not rolling more dice. Cause like I don't think does the GFI even accomplish anything? I guess
No,
I think he was probably trying to mark the other catcher up here.
Yeah, I guess, but
that doesn't really do him any much good. It's still a 2+ either way to score. Then again, he's orcs, so he doesn't really lose much by failing the GFI either.
Yeah, more often easy. The army should hold. Well, Mighty Blow comes in.
Chain push to free the ball. Considering whether to follow up, I guess. Did not break armor. Doesn't need to break armor. He's elves. We might see a blitz on the... Yep, we are. Knocked him down too.
Might as well... Yeah, take out that killer.
Oh!
Ooh, that's a big injury.
It's an injured! Miss next game. That's got to be the apple right there.
Yep, Atra used straight away.
Orc apple is used.
Being outbashed, that feels pretty bad if you're an orc coach.
Yeah, this is starting to feel really familiar to me.
So you use stall here, right? Surely, I mean. What's stopping you? I mean, what's stopping the FG5 from running all the way to the very middle top to like just before the end zone? You know, Blackhawk ain't making any dodges.
Looks like he is gonna opt to stall, but he's gonna stall on the side.
Yeah, that makes sense as well. Nothing's close.
Going to the middle is better if you want to stall another turn after this, but this is probably safer for just one turn stall.
Yeah, you think he can't score on 3.
Which, I mean, if I'm playing elves, I'm going to be pretty damn happy to score on turn 5 on my opponent's drive.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, he has. You neglected to mention that's half his tackle gone. Just left the pitch for the next half of this drive as well. The other half is a nickel Blackhawk, which is expected to be target number 2 coming up shortly.
Yep. You know. Oh.
That's a GFI.
That's a GFI. No reroll.
Yeah.
So
say the reroll.
Wasn't that dedicated to it?
There's a POW on the star catcher.
POW on the star guy, yeah. Oh! It's a stun. Okay. Scary for Hipzter, but he's gonna be fine. Unless he gets fouled, which I don't think orcs can really afford to do. They don't
not anymore. No.
They don't have any foulers in range. In fact, do they even have one of these must be a lion orc, right? Oh, wait, lineman right there. The plus strength guy.
The pseudo black orc with block.
Yeah, I don't think he is fouling.
No, he's too bad. I hate people who get that because I'm just jealous of it. Like it's bad enough you have strength, got lineman, but you have guard as well. That's just insult to injury.
I do think that Manus is making a mistake here. He is opting to just bash elves, but because he's doing that, he's not putting any pressure on the ball, and Hipzter's going to be able to stall another turn.
Just letting him stall. Yeah, because he's not, he's not going to be fouling. He's got nothing to foul with it on the pitch. So there's no point fouling. Like everything in this pitch is valuable. Iron Master, I'm not a fan of it. The jump up myself, Blackhawk myself. I can see the point, but if he's gone Mighty Blow first, I mean, you need a double. You don't want to get. It's hard to turn down a double. I mean, dodge is nice, but at that point, you're looking. I mean,
I actually talked to Manus about that before the game started. He this team came from the rookie league. So first of all, context right there. And his thinking was that he wanted to develop this Black Orc into a killer.
That's fine.
Like if you look at his palming blitzer, he basically wanted to do that with a Black Orc. And that's sort of what he's doing here. And he had Mighty Blow first, so I don't think it's a terrible choice. He'll still get his level ups. It's something I probably wouldn't have done, but I don't think it's a bad choice. It's maybe suboptimal, but it's not bad.
Does he go guard? What's his next skill? He's close to it. Does he go guard, or does he go for pile on? I guess.
I think he's looking at piling on.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about piling is he's got a niggle already, and that scares the hell out of me if he can pile on.
Yeah, it's sort of okay. Armor break on another blitzer. No.
Well, what's with these elves today? Like that is breaking every bit of armor.
This really is starting to. Oh, and Hipzter scores. He could have stalled more, so he just decided now's the time.
That's fun.
Probably that was the team preservation score. He didn't want to get a lot more blocks on his elves.
That's fine. Look, Wizard well spent to that drive. I don't like saying that about a fireball very often, but oddly enough, I was having a conversation with Tomo earlier today about, at what point does a fireball become more effective than a bolt? And I think that's a good example there.
I think if you're hitting 6 players and one of them is the ball carrier, the fireball is usually worth it there.
Yeah, because you're gonna mathematically you should get about maybe 2 or 3, ideally. Even if you don't remove them, this knocking prone is such a big advantage. I disagree there, man. Like, sure, like, pylon is great for REBBL piece, but I mean, jump up. I mean, he's only moving forward for the jump up. It's not helping out too much there. It's a 3+ to jump up. Yeah, it's not too bad, but it's not ideal. Like, imagine if he's built like a traditional Black Hawk, block, Blood's guard at like level 3, level 4 Blood's guard stand firm. Like, would you say that has more value to that team than this piece does? That's debatable. I like to say yes. Some people say no.
I know for myself, I am definitely in the camp where I want all of my Black Orcs to be just guard encampments.
Yep. Like, if you look at this team, what's the TV for this Manus team? I'm gonna say about 1700-ish, yeah.
Manus is at 1840.
1840, and he's got about 4 or 5 guard. He's got 4 guard, I think. 1840.
Looks like quick snap for the orcs. That's good for them. He has 4 guard, I think. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4.
4 guard and 2.5 is on lineman as well, so they're doubles as well. None of the expensive Blood's guard. Like, jump up is nice, but Blood's guard is it's so much more effective. Yeah, he doesn't have to take pylon. He can just take guard and be like, "Hey man, jump up guard if you really, really want to." Like at this point, he's from G-Man. He's going to be promoted to G-Man Div 1 because he made playoffs, right? And he's going to be he's no longer going to be the big bash team in lower divs or mid divs of G-Man. He's going to be up against really scary bash teams and very quick edgy teams, and he doesn't have the skill. His team currently doesn't have the competition to take either of those. I mean, yes, I know he took a beating a few games ago. That's why you get rookie Blackhawks. Yeah, I'm sure they will take
and rookie blitzers.
Like what? Yep. Yeah, I'm sure they will get their levels. But I mean, you don't need blitzing with that Blackhawk because that's what your blitzers are for.
And orcs are not a claw team, so they really need to be TV efficient.
Yeah. You say that, but I can't say enough about that. Big O's orcs are bloaty as hell.
Okay, fair. How many claw teams are actually in Big O 1 though?
We have two. One is a legend, Storm Vermin, and who is a monster. Another one is a block tackle Yeti from a Norse team.
Yeah, okay, so you can afford to be bloaty when your only claw threats are Norse and Skaven.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a healthy. Any claw that gets that gen tends to not have a long life expectancy.
This is probably gonna be the wrestle. Yep. But hey, it's the jump up Black Orc, so you know, gonna get some use out of it. And people were doubting the jump up.
Yeah, man, he can move once. He can stand up for free because he's still gonna be tagged next turn.
He's probably not blocking anything, so.
Ha! We didn't need a farm. No claw team survives at night. We just send Papanasi at him and he piles them on into the ground. The claws come all blunt.
I suppose that is the advantage of having a player like that. Like,
Big Guy doesn't foul, please.
I don't know. I remember a whole lot of bounties at the start of this season to the effect of start fouling more.
But it's perspective. You don't watch games, therefore, if you don't see the games, you don't really see the fouling in it.
Yeah, that's true enough. I mean, I also foul like crazy. Like, I'm on Team Foul, so I'm maybe a little bit biased.
You're a dwarf. You play dwarves. If you don't have guard, if you don't have the ones that don't have guard, that is foul.
Not only do I play dwarves, but I induce players specifically for fouling.
Yeah, that's
I don't buy a bribe. I buy secret weapon star players. That is what I do.
Well, because I think you got to get a really good one for only 80k, I think.
I get 2 of them for 10k because I play with the Knuffles Altar.
Oh, you madman! Good on you. 20k for 20k for 2-star players to foul. That's excellent.
Yep. That's my thinking. Anything else they do is bonus. Like throwing bombs is fun sometimes. Maybe I need Hail Mary pass, but no, they're there for fouling. But anyway, that's not really about this game. Sort of, actually, you know, the orcs are looking in a pretty good position. They've managed to get a good foothold ahead of the elf line. The elves are going to be able to get in front of them, but not completely. So the orcs are going to be able to keep moving forward. The only downside is they're going to need to hand off or throw the ball, because the thrower is just not close enough to score.
Yeah, like you're right. He's going to run out of time, and again, he's still really exposed. Like the elves they have enough guard to punch a hole through here. They're like all it is. It's like he can run a lineman and that
He runs
a lineman and the catcher around for one dose.
Yeah, he doesn't even need to punch a hole in here. He just needs to make a couple of 2+.
Dodges. Yeah.
He does need a couple GFIs as well, I think.
That's fine. You take the GFIs every day to sack that ball. Like if you knock him down, this drives over again. How you can even score again if you run at the other catcher down the other end? Go up 2-0 at half time, and then you go on your offensive drive at the half time. How massive would that be?
That would be pretty damn massive. And I don't think it would be quite over if the thrower gets knocked down. If the thrower gets stunned or worse, then it is. But like, the elves won't really have a good follow-up to pick up the ball if they knock it down. So depending on the scatter, the orcs could still pick it up and get it to a blitzer. But that is like a way more dicier than what they have going on right now.
Yep. You're applying pressure. And
having said all that, it looks like the Hipzter is not going for that play. He's just going to try to screen.
They still might have time. He's still the pieces available to do it. He's got the blitzer and the caster still free, and that's the important ones.
And honestly, even just putting like, well, I suppose it's too late now, no, it's not. He has a
He's got
one
3
right
turns.
here. If he put his guard blitzer on the thrower, and that was the only thing he did, that's a blodge.
Yeah, what a
That's
pain.
blodge
It's forcing.
sidestep. It's forcing a dodge, and
Yep,
the
1 and
thrower
9.
has
That's scary.
dodge, but that's still a 1 and 9. Oh, looks like he's going for it.
Yep. There we go. Good
Oh,
spot.
yeah, that's the 1 die.
You can make it 2 if you go to 3+2+ with the lineman with dodge to mark the other side. But I suspect that might be his recovery.
I think I would just take the 1 die. Got the POW.
1 die pal. Man, mighty blow on AV8. Have a look.
No
Scatter is
armor
not-
break. Not a great scatter for the elves, but not a good one for the orcs either. Like, that,
A lot of
that's
tackle zones.
probably going to mean the half ends 1-0.
He's got 3 turns. He could just easily pick it up. He can go to lineman to 3+2+ to get out, 3+ pickup, and then make a dodge on GFI and just lob it downfield.
You have to assume, though, that the orcs are going to put a lot of orcs around this ball to prevent that. Or the elves can just do that. I mean, you reroll this, right?
Absolutely, of course you do. And then, never mind.
Okay.
The scatter is
That
fine.
is a good scatter for the elves, though.
Yep.
Orcs can get 2 or 3. Orcs can get enough players basing that so that elves can't pick it up, but I don't think they can pick it up themselves. The only way they could do it is with a. They need to POW the star catcher.
Yeah, there's tackle, and all the tackle pieces are out of the range.
Mm-hmm. So I think I think probably the thrower needs to do it, and then you pick up with the blitzer who's nearby and throw it, and just pray that you roll a whole lot of 6s.
Scary, isn't it? Because you're probably gonna have to burn the reroll on the block 2 dice with the thrower, most likely.
Yep, that is probable. Unless you can get a 2 die some other way to pick up with the thrower. Let's see. If he knocks out the other elf blitzer, then he could, but I mean that's not any better. It's still a POW.
I mean, he could just try and go the 2 dice push on the catcher and just make the 3+ dodge of dodge into back to 1 and 9s.
It is a catcher, so he does only need a push, right?
No sidestep. Yeah.
That's a little bit better, but I mean, he doesn't even have that. He still needs to hit it with the thrower. Like that's the only guy in range who can get not red.
Yeah, but the problem is that that catcher is in range, so if this isn't a pickup, that's a disaster here.
Oh, and he's running back with a blitzer. That's not good. Oh boy. Oh, I see what he's doing. That's.
Try and push the ball. Yeah, but this guy has to be kind here.
I don't like this. It's too easy. Yeah, like that could happen.
Oh, Yep, that may have just buggered him. No rerolls to this either.
This is the worst possible thing.
Yeah, this star catcher again, he is making moves, man. Like Kadempa for Brown is just doing everything to frustrate these orcs.
Oh, well, okay. Failed the GFI.
Touchdown. You expect he runs it down, he scores it.
I mean,
it goes up.
I think that was the correct follow-up to giving the ball to the catcher. Black Orc had a much better chance of removing the catcher than the thrower did, and if he didn't remove it, he would have still marked it.
Yep, but, stalls it, right play.
Yeah, it looks like this half is going to end 2-0 for Hipzter.
2-0. What is this? What an absolute disaster that was.
Yeah, mistakes were made indeed, mistake. The orcs, like, there's no way they can reach this. Like, they don't have any players who are even in range, so they just need to try to remove as many elves as possible in their last turn.
Yeah, make a mark on him. You look sacrifice for the jump up 3+.
Like, at this point, I think I'd even be willing to start taking risks to try to remove elves, because orcs need to remove a lot of elves if they're going to score twice in one half.
Yep, and especially because they're good. They're on defense. It's not like they get the ball, so it's looking. They have to turn the ball over really quickly next half. It's going to be real dicey here. Here comes your blitz. Knocks him down. Remember, there's no Atra for this, by the way.
No, it already used the Apo. And he's fine.
One off it. Look at that. Almost got it.
Almost indeed. Let's see. This really is starting to feel familiar to me. It's happening all over again. I think it's a little bit more respectable to get diced by pro elves, though.
Yeah.
Anyway. And actually, I say get diced, but well, dice are maybe favoring pros a little bit, but I do think Hipzter has been outplaying Manus thus far.
Oh, absolutely. Like, he's been controlling the pitch like all game. He made him. The wizard was well used. Jump up actually worked.
That's a KO.
There's a chance he'll come back.
You definitely want the permanent removals, but you'll take that in a pinch. And he's only going to get one more hit on an elf, so that's not really as many as he needs.
Yeah, take a pick. Do it. You suspect to be a catcher. The one down the bottom here.
Yeah, I think he what does he need now? He needs Hipzter to pull the Iron Master and stall in turn 8. I don't think Hipzter is going to do that.
You're going to see a 3-die, shall we?
3-die on a guard lineman. Yeah, I like this play. Easy to remove and a high-value player. And you don't have good blocks on any catchers.
GFI, though.
You definitely pile on here. Like, there's no question.
There is not to.
Broke armor, used Mighty Blow on the armor break. That's a KO.
Yeah, it's a KO. And only one carry roll for this half. Just piles on.
I would not have piled on there. But,
no.
I mean, you might even foul here.
Yeah, look, but you know, he should talk to you, mate, but he doesn't stall on turn 8.
Like, he has a rookie blitzer in range. I would probably foul an elf here. It's a risk, but Manus needs to take risks.
Is it worth the reward?
He needs to take risks to remove elves to have a chance of winning. So, I think he has to go for it. Oh! I don't know what's up with that.
He wants more assists for that foul.
No, he's fouling with a Black Orc instead of a Blitzer. And he got a KO, but he removed his...
That's not a good trade.
I mean, it's a rookie Black Orc or a rookie Blitzer.
It's a guard lineman. Like it's been KO'd as well. That's.
I mean, okay, straight up, I would have done that foul. I think I would have done it with the Blitzer instead of the Black Orc. But I could see the argument for keeping the Blitzer instead, just because it's easier to knock down elves with block than it is strength 4.
And you need the movement. You need movement for this game as well.
That as well, yeah. Like, I personally would have used the Blitzer, but I definitely think the argument for using the Black Orc is fair. And I think that was the correct foul. It's just he didn't want to be sent off, obviously. Because, like,
Well,
once again, he needs to take risks if he has any chance of winning.
just needs to run it in right now. Don't waste your time in anything else. Just run it in.
Hipzter is doing the proper thing and padding his player stats with that running time.
Absolutely.
Though. Always make sure you pad your running time. If you don't, you're not playing Blood Bowl properly.
Half time, 2-0. Wow, that's a hell of a scoreline. Like, that's probably going. If you expect to be 2-0 the else way, you'd expect, okay, has to do it in a blitz and then a turnover with Wizard. Not like.
And they both stay out. So the Orcs are up one player now.
Are they?
They are. Their KO came back. They both had 13. It is 11 to 10.
That's fine. Elves play well. Elves don't mind playing men down, and it's their offense anyway.
Yeah, like it's a start, but 10 elves is not enough removed.
No, God, I think you've only one that's really badly hurt. The rest of it all just a couple of KOs, but
it's a missing skin, I think, actually. But
yeah, correct.
I mean, it's a lineman, so it doesn't really matter.
It's a lineman. Zero SP lineman. He's replaceable. Like, the referee, on the other hand, has been on point. He's called both fouls.
Yeah, like, what's up with his ref? That is not cool. He's definitely going to need to go into the protection agency after this. Okay, so here we are seeing the defense that I should have done when I was playing against vampires.
Yep. Oddly enough, sort of like a elf screen, sort of like that.
This is like an elf defense, but I mean, if you're protecting against elves, then this is probably the best way to do it. Yep. The only thing, at least if you're expecting them to score quickly. The only thing here is it might have been worthwhile for Manus to go a little bit more towards the center. He would have left the sides open, but I don't think Hipzter is in this to score quickly at this point. He's already 2 points ahead, so he could if he wanted to. If he hits the third point, he's pretty much won this game.
Oh, he's done, yeah. But at this point, he wants to pull out and keep these guys alive. He doesn't want to give up his blocks like that.
Exactly. He's going to want to play it safe. He doesn't want to risk he doesn't need to take risky plays and take the chance that the Orcs get the ball, or take the chance that his players get injured unnecessarily. He can just sit with the ball in his end zone, and then that's probably good for him.
Just have a look. Who does the winner play? Checking the thing now.
Brilliant coaching. The Orcs get a extra reroll.
Yeah,
and that is an extremely deep kick.
Wow. That's a fantastic kick. GFI is needed for that throw. They hit the ball up.
The thing is, though, I don't think the Elves care. It would have been better for the Orcs had it been a really shallow kick, because they could have put pressure on it immediately. With this, the Elves can take their time to get it, and the Orcs will never reach it before they've picked up. The only risk at all is if they snake eye the pickup and it bounces out.
So the winner of this gets either Live Tree or Die Hard, a Wood Elf team. I'm trying to see what it is. 1500 Wood Elf team from REBBL Div 2. They look a little bit beat up. Or they get the Dark Elf team, We Chillin' from REBBL Div 5G.
I think...
there we game, actually.
So, either way, we're looking at an elf off.
Yeah. Honestly, the way I've seen Hipzter play, I would say he probably our favorite both those games. His team's so well built.
I know Live True Die Hard. I am failing to recall who the coach is for that, but that's a former Rel 1 team. But they got so destroyed that they were relegated to Rel 2. And I mean, they've stuck around, so obviously they're still doing okay, at least in terms of performance.
Oh yeah. But they made playoffs after me. Obviously, so they're going to get back up to Rel 1 next season, most likely, unless they re-roll.
I mean, if they made playoffs, they're probably not re-rolling. Maybe if they just get destroyed, but looks like running a lineman back towards the ball as well. I have to imagine the thrower's going to go for it as well, though. So maybe that's for safety, or maybe it's for setting up a potential handoff play.
Yeah, that works.
Hipzter's left this side completely open, though, so clearly he's not too worried about the Orcs rushing the ball.
No, those Orcs would need a good two to three turns to get anywhere close to that ball.
Oh, he went for the GFI.
Yeah, got him.
This is starting to look like he might... Yeah, this is actually starting to look like Hipzter is going to try to score quickly.
Get on him. Get it. Farm that SVP.
I mean, he has won the game if he scores a game, so I can sort of understand the temptation. But I'm not sure I agree with this decision. It is a little bit iffy just because it is putting him at unnecessary risk.
He's safe. He's now down 2 players down.
Another KO, though.
That could come back if he gets when he scores. There's a good chance maybe one of them at least to look flip a coin, 1 or 2. If Manus wants to win this game, he needs to get a move on quickly.
That he does.
Like he's got his safety up there with that killer piece. So the Potato isn't too bad. But ideally, if he's a chance, he needs to score. He needs to have scored by turn 12.
I would agree. I mean, again, like, that kick is really not conducive to the Orcs stealing the ball.
No. Wonder how many. Might as well check see how many people picked up how the tips went for this round. For this game at least. Well,
I don't even remember who I picked. I'm pretty sure this is one of the ones where I just chose someone at random.
Let's have a look.
Looks like that is a handoff? No, it's a pass. Into a tackle zone, doesn't care. Has Agi 5. And then...
Balls. And Nerves of Steel.
Yeah, Nerves of Steel as well, so really doesn't care. There's no...
What does he get now?
I think a sideline cage, probably.
Yeah, nothing. It's like
he can do
5+,
2+2+ to get well into the Orc half of the field on the sideline. Then he has 2 Ls with dodge, who can both make a 1 and 2 dodges respectively to complete the cage.
Man, you are currently second. You are equal second in tipping so far.
Which is amazing because I just picked half of my picks completely at random.
I'm a solid equal 13 with about 20 other people. It knocks down to the half catch cut is on.
Yeah, it doesn't even need to make as many dodges now. That's just 2 dodges for the cage now. Still looking like a sideline cage though.
So there are a few picks for there is. I'll call it 60-40, the way of the Orcs, for tipping this game.
60-40 in favor of the Orcs?
Yeah, in favor. Like, there's a bit of support for both teams, but a little more towards the more G-Man team, because it's for more renowned being in a higher div. But like I said, this is it's just Hipzter this so far. It's just out coaching Manus.
Yeah, like, obviously, Manus is a good coach, but I've played against Hipzter before.
Absolutely.
He was in my division last season, and I know he is a really solid elf coach. So I'm not, like, I think I said going in that this was fairly even match, and I stand by that. But at the same time, it doesn't surprise me that given what he was given in this game, that that Hipzter was able to pull off this.
Oh no, I think the lack of tackle and giving up the wizard as well, and all this and the lack of guard in the Orc team compared to a surprising amount of guard in the Elf team.
I mean, I think the Orcs do have enough guard for this matchup.
Four
guard is not enough for dealing with really bashy teams, but it is enough for dealing with elves.
Like I said, I think the magic number for guard if you're a strength team is 6. Like it's just a magic number.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And it's a more magic number if you're a strength team who actually has strength 4 players.
Yes. You want to be an Orc. There's still time, but you can always reroll.
I mean, I've actually been looking at my team a lot and going, I'd love to have this exact team, but with Black Orcs on it. So
you're gonna become a chore. Trade Black Orcs for balls.
The thing is, actually played dwarves. I actually started my dwarf team because I had already played a few seasons of dwarfs in a different league. And I went, I want to try something a little bit new, but still sort of in my wheelhouse. Let's try dwarves.
It's like, I don't enjoy fun. Which spread that lack of fun. Nah, like.
Okay, this is a good play by the Orcs.
Yeah, it's
elves are going to have a little bit of trouble getting out of here, or so I say. But right now they have a 2-die blitz on the only person marking the ball carrier.
And the only tackle will be like a mile of the ball as well.
Those do need 2 GFIs to score. So they may not want to make the 2 GFIs. I think it'll depend a lot on who's left standing at the end of their turn.
Yeah, Bobby Binton, man, he seemed to get wrecked halfway through the season, but again, it shows just how good. It's full credit of the fact he still was able to make playoffs in spite of being banked on pretty badly. That just shows what kind of coach he is.
Yeah, like obviously Manus is a good coach. He's in playoffs with a bash team that lost half of its players.
Like I would never take that away from him. I'm just saying this. I think today, this very game, I think he's got our coach. I mean, it was a tough matchup for him. He's playing, he's giving away TB to a very efficient, to a very good, like a lower TB, a very good pro team that has a lot of weapons, and his team is going to be hard to deal with, like in the playoffs.
Yeah, like I'm definitely that I didn't have to play against a team like this because, like, frankly, I don't know how to really deal with an elf team like this except to just kill everything. Because
you're
like,
banking, at the point you're trying to, but you just
Pro Elves really are like High Elves, but good. Like, they have all the good stuff that High Elves have, but they don't have all the bloat that High Elves have. And that just makes a huge difference.
Like, the way I see pros is that they're very similar to Skaven, right? In that regard, is the linemen are cheap. Generally, what you do is you build a strong core, like your catchers and your blitzers, right? Everything else around that is replaceable. And I mean, you have all the stuff you need. And like, this is a good example. Like, you see, he's got his core blitzers, right? I mean, he's obviously that's the Agi 5 catcher, the Move at 9 money block catcher. That blitzer with Fenn's Blood 7 is he's replaceable, and that's why he took Fenn to his 4th. The guard button less so, but everything else in this team is replaceable.
Yeah,
the thrower it looks like he's new as well.
And the thing with the thing with the blitzers in particular is they have the same thing going on as the War Dancers, where they're really good out of the box. So even if you lose a developed blitzer, maybe you're sad you lose guard or something, but the replacement is still a really good player, so you're not actually hurting that much.
Yeah. Well, as I said, like, there's just so passing out.
What just happened?
What? Yeah,
I guess he just decided he couldn't go forward. Although he could have, because he has. It would have been a 2+2+2+2+.
Yeah, but he would have been in range. He would have been run down by.
Yeah, he would have had to score had he done that. So he would have had to make 4. He would have had to make 5 2+s. So I can understand throwing back, actually.
I mean, he's supposed to play, but where do you run now?
I mean, he can just run straight backwards. Like, it's
there he goes.
Like that. It's not great for scoring, but the Orcs aren't going to reach him. And once again, he doesn't actually need to score. He just needs to not let the Orcs score. And he doesn't even need to stop them from scoring completely. As long as they don't score quickly, he's great. Like, the Orcs only really have, I'm going to say, 2 more turns to score. Then, after that, they have probably lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, the follow-up to this game, I think, is going to be, well, if Manus managed to pull out the win somehow, it's going to be a nightmare for him, because it's going to be this all over again. But,
oh yeah,
I think looking at this game, that the Elf-Off that is likely to follow could be amazing. That could really be a game to watch.
Oh, please give it. Look, if I'm being, give us the Literary versus Hipzter. You know, what else was it? Pro Elves just have a big Elf-Off. You know. Oh man, make that happen.
Yeah, not the Dark Elves. They can actually bash people.
He got to surf.
Looks like it, yeah. If Manus wants to, he can do a double surf here, even.
Well,
triple surf, maybe? Well, no. He can still double surf. He hasn't used his blitz. Okay, that guy's fend. Probably the right call. Yeah. So...
Especially what, surf one and then you just blitz the other one.
Depending on how hopeful he is about his chances for winning. Oh, well, he can't... Well...
One?
Okay, he's not going to surf the other one.
No, he can't surf. Yeah, that's...
He had to follow up for it.
Yep. Interesting. But he's safe now. His game is done.
This is probably the better play for Manus anyway, because it saves his blitz for the ball carrier. He still needs to POW it, but he can actually get a 2-die on the ball carrier with his thrower on 2 GFIs. All he needs is a push on this guy. He got a knockdown. But he did it with He did it with the thrower, though. No, you needed the thrower to hit the ball carrier.
I think he's gonna blitz the outlet pass with the black orc.
I feel like Manus might have started to go on tilt here.
Until now,
like I haven't seen a lot of his games, so I don't know how he usually plays, but this feels like a snap decision where you wouldn't necessarily make it if you're giving more thought to your plays. Or maybe he just has a really good blitz that I don't see. I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, it's close to the gap. Boxes them in quite nicely.
Okay. Yeah, no. Okay. Yeah, no, I like this play. I would have still liked to see the blitz with the thrower, but this is overall a safer play. And it does still put plenty of pressure on the ball.
I mean, they still if he scores next turn, he's still on track.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
He
just needs to make sure those K rolls might come back to haunt him. But that's...
This blitzer can get out pretty easily, but he doesn't really have any really good places to stand after he does. I think his only real play would be to throw the ball to the free lineman on the other side of the field. And even he's in range of an orc. Oh, well, or he can do that, I guess.
So, do you just throw the ball back to G5 and then just run through? He's another steal.
I don't think I would do that this turn, but I would sure be thinking about doing it next turn. Like, I'd definitely be thinking, how can I set it up so that I can do that on turn 13? Because, like, by then, if he throws the ball down the field, like, even if the Orcs get the ball, it doesn't matter. They won't be able to score twice.
Where's the pass? That's a intriguing play. So that's a 2 dice for the thrower. Like, unmarked.
The thing is, if he does that with the thrower, then he can't score.
But then he can't really blitz for anything else.
He can blitz with his strength 4 lineman.
Oh, that's 2 dice as well, but... So, you're right, the score is on here.
The lineman is more likely to knock down the elf. He doesn't need to make 2 GFIs, but that also leaves the thrower free, which is a much more likely chance to pick up and then throw, which he's going to need to do in order to score.
Alright, so what they're going to play is you pick up the lineman with wrestle to get to the end zone. 2 dice, he does lineman, he needs a knockdown. Run away 2 dice with 2 GFIs, knock it down, throw picks it up.
You need to move a orc into the end zone before the thrower picks up.
First thing first is you got to move the wrestle guy in there. We'll do that after the block of the black.
Wrestle guy or blitzer. Wrestle guy is less GFIs. That's marked, but he still has dodge, so there's a 1 to 9 to get away. That's not the end of the world.
It's probably more of an interception, if anything.
That's true. But probably I would put a black orc beside him just to make the interception less likely. Don't give him the elf bonus. Make sure he has to roll a 6. Now this line elf getting away, that could be big. Depending on where this goes, it could put okay, that's a scoring threat right there.
I love it. That's ballsy, man. But
it doesn't stop Manus from stealing the ball and scoring. And on this turn, that would be my main concern as Hipzter. After this turn, go make all the scoring threats you want. But this is the last turn where, okay, that's not scoring.
No.
No.
Please don't blitz him. He's on time now. I
think he's gonna blitz with the thrower.
Come on, you got your lineman ready to roll. Look, make the blitz. If you don't knock him down, then you can do it. Blitz, you can set up for everything else. But if you knock him down, move your blitz to scoring range. Make it happen.
Yeah, the blitzer can still do it. It's 2 GFIs instead of 1, but it can still do it. The Black Orc can reach as well, but I mean, you don't really want to be receiving with a Black Orc.
Ugh.
Oh, okay, yes!
Oh, it's on!
Got the POW!
Oh. Alright, part 1 is complete.
Straightforward. You KO'd the elf. You wanted to scatter forward for a shorter throw. That's not forward.
Not terrible, but...
Had it scattered towards the thrower, though, it would have been easier throw. It would have been 1 closer. Like 1 throwing range closer.
That's not where you want to go.
No! He needed to... well, he failed to dodge.
That's anyway. He was moved.
That's unfortunate, but no, this wasn't gonna work. It was almost work. He did almost everything that we said, but he did not have a receiver to score.
Yeah, that's the unlucky part.
And like looking at this, Manus does have a chance to score still, but he doesn't have a chance to score in a way that will allow him to score a second time.
No, he's probably going to end 3-0. I mean, what really stops him from like picking the ball up and then running? It's like...
Well, Hipzter does only have 1 reroll, so this is a 3+ pickup right now. He could 1 and 9 it. And it is a long throw, so...
What was this going to say? You can always just 1 dice with the... it's hard, actually.
Yeah, and this is the strength 4 guy as well. I wouldn't even bother trying to block him. I would just take the 3+ pickup with someone who I didn't care too much if he got hit. And if it works out, then great. And if not, then it's not the end of the world. Like, I'd probably use the wrestle guy, actually.
Yeah, because he might as well, because it gives him more chance to get him off the ball.
Of course, having said that, if this game has shown anything, it is that Hipzter is not the same kind of player that I am. So, who knows what he'll do. It does look like he is going to go for the block on the Lion Orc.
I think he moves the line out of the back to take up. No, he's
that is another scoring threat. Hipzter really wants the 3-0, it seems. Does he stand to get like a level up off of it, or?
No, it's just more SPP is good, I guess. I mean,
he did actually level up his plus agility catcher.
Yeah, that's been a massive one. I mean, ideally he wants to be... What reckon you get that one there? Strip ball? Actually, with advantage, strip ball, lead, that's right.
His thrower's at 4-6. I feel like I wouldn't mind seeing that guy. I mean, he's not going to score, but even just a vanity pass. Come on, 1 away, right?
Yeah, well, he's in MVP range. That's the important part.
Let's see. Some of his KOs could have gotten a level above of a score, but no one who's in play right now. Oh! That's the last reroll gone. So, this is looking to me like he's going to be passing it to his Agility 5 guy.
1 dice, no wrestle. It is.
Push is all he
fine.
needed.
So he's counting on the wrestler to do the work.
I'm not sure why he did it like that.
It's fine.
Maybe he just wants the SPP more on the wrestler. But, I mean, yeah, like, Manus is looking like he's probably going to score on his next turn. And the Orcs, that was their chance, and it's gone.
This game is, unless something drastic happens, this game is done.
Can you get 2 kickoff events at the same time? Like, maybe Manus scores next turn, and then the Orcs get, like, a riot and...
Blitz and a riot.
Yeah, exactly. A blitz and a riot at the same... Well, not a blitz.
Offensive blitz is about something like some bullshit event. You roll a 13
like a pitch invasion. All the elves go down.
Oh.
Every single one. He is fame. It could happen, right?
Oh, I hate them. I hate it so much.
Oh,
we have an injury.
I believe that. Yeah, that's the rookie guy.
Man.
Badly hurt. Manus probably doesn't care. Or, no, well, Hipzter probably doesn't care. It's a bonus for Manus. A silver lining, as it were. He's not going to be threatening the ball, because that was the only player who had a chance to blitz the ball carrier. Or, I say that, he does have his rookie blitzer could just barely reach as well, with some dodging. I don't think that's going to happen, though.
I think at this point, Manus, he might just be accepting and going, I think this game's lost. I mean, he's still play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's still going to try and tap the ball. I mean, that's the way to play. You don't just give up, ideally.
Yeah, like...
You can still... Any of these players close to level.
Mm-hmm. I think that's definitely what you do. Like, I mean, you definitely don't give up. You never stop trying to score. But at the same time, You're probably going to start playing more in mind for trying to murder elves at this point. Like, I would have started trying to murder elves more, like, at the start of the half. Just because I feel like you needed that to score. But, like, here, I think... Like, how do I want to say this? You're still going to try to win, but you know that it's likely that you won't. So you want to get as much SPP and, more importantly, cripple your opponent as much as possible to make it a Pyrrhic victory.
Oh, just make sure. If you're going to lose, you want to make sure you get your pound of flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Both down works here.
And it really must be said, Manic has not been having great armor dice, or at least not. Well, no. Actually, I say that he has like 4 KOs on the elves right now, so they haven't been terrible.
Like a lot of stuff. Like, I think the only bad thing you really, if you're Manus, is that the refs called were really hyperactive today. That's the only real bad thing you can say about it.
Yeah, that definitely hurt a little. He does have a tackle mark on the ball. Do you think there is surf potential here? Do you think Manus goes for it? Something tells me he does not.
I would love to see it, but I don't think he does.
I mean, he would have to block with his ball carrier in order to do it, so...
No thanks. For blocking with a wrestle is a good way to lose the ball.
Mm-hmm. This is actually a pretty effective screen by the Orcs, though. The Elves are gonna, to get past here, they sort of just need to dodge a whole lot. At least if they want to score on their next turn. Or, yeah, like, this is a really effective cage, and, like, it's almost too little too late, but there's not really that much the Elves can do to get out of here. Other than throw the ball, that is. Because, yeah, these are pro elves, so they can definitely do that.
Well, they're quick enough to do so. I mean,
Agi 5 with Nerves of Steel. Pick an elf.
Agi 5 thing. Yeah. Cancel one last 3 in terrain.
That works too. A little bit risky, but not too bad. Actually, it is a little bit risky because he has no rerolls. But that's a 2+ to, well, not to necessarily score. He's out of scoring range.
Yeah, it'd be close though. I think he's what, 3 short?
He's 3 short, yeah. But he doesn't have any protection up there is the thing. I still think he might do that because he's definitely safer up there than he is where he is now.
Yeah. Well, the biggest dent to him is just those 2 tackle pieces.
What?
Like, what is it?
What?
What?
Okay, I think what he was doing there is he was trying to go to the far left side of the pitch where the orcs could not reach him.
Much distance.
At least not as many orcs could reach him. But I don't, like, really that only protects him from 1 or 2 orcs. And he still would have been in range of 1 or 2 of them. That's, I mean, it's not like he cares that much if the orcs get the ball, but that just seems like a really strange play.
You risky players, because you're giving a lot of blocks in return. Especially if you're making through the playoffs next week, you've got to think about it. You need to stay healthy, especially 87. That will break, man. It's starting to break. It showed his last turn. It's starting to break a little bit more. Yeah, the armor set to hold. Yeah, Mesticia, the fit left, he played it really well. Like I said, his first path was like it was perfect. Like that's how you play against.
So I think there's no world here where you don't pilot.
Oh, I've got jump on that shit. Nah, nothing.
That's a 4. Yeah, not quite. We could see Blitzer throwing to Thrower, who hands off to Lineman, who scores on turn 14.
They get the Blitzer.
Well, Manus has gotten a ton of KOs, so, if the KO rolls are on fire for him, then a 2-turn is possible.
Yep.
I really hope we see it, because it would be amazing.
Oh man, look, I would love to see it. Like, it would be the highlight of this game. Like, it'd be just like saying this is what could have been.
Actually, he can hand off to his Blitzer here, and then the Blitzer can throw. That's actually a better dice than throwing to the thrower. He has a reroll. No! The dream died. Yeah, I think that was exactly the right play, and it would have been amazing. Just the knuckle was not on Manus' side. He should have sacrificed a bigger goat.
So what do you do now for the elves?
Orcs are definitely not one-turning. So,
no.
If I was in Hipzter's position, I would just run all of my elves as far away from every orc as possible. Like, just team preservation. You don't need to score at all. Just make sure that your important players are not taking hits.
Yeah, agreed.
Fortunately, most of his players are in his KO box, so he doesn't really have that many left to protect. He only has 3 players on the pitch who I think are really important, and 2 of them are stunned. Or if you're Manus, you can be crazy and try to steal the ball from the orcs.
Why not? Well, the one of those push is lovely.
Give them a free serve, sure.
Yeah, fuck it. He'll take it. He'll be like, thank you very much. It's been a rough game, but I'll always take free serves.
I mean, the orcs don't really have that much else to hit on turn 15, so they may as well take it.
That's a 1. That's a really, really good scatter for the elves.
It does make the surfing a touch harder.
Well, if the ball scatters really badly when you try to pick it up and goes like to the pro off the top of the pitch, that's GG. You're gonna go down.
It's already GG. So.
Yeah, but it's
actually no. There's one chance the orcs still have if they do the pass play and score this turn and then get a riot.
Oh yes, that'd be great. Make it happen. Enough will make it happen.
Turn 16 riot.
Take the wheel.
I want to see it happen.
Will we see a... no, we can't see double surf.
He could still surf one of them. But because of where the ball is, cannot do the double surf.
I don't think he won't follow us up because then he'll blitz for the double surf. Yeah, so.
Well, with all these pushes, I feel like Nuffle definitely wants to see the surf. Hopefully, Nuffle also wants to see the follow-up pass play.
But who's doing the thrower now? Yep, he powers him to the next millennium. Have fun.
That's a KO?
Knockout.
Oh, this guy has jump up, doesn't he? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is a 4+ throw to a player who needs 2 GFIs to score, or who can do a 3+ handoff. No!
Jesus. If this watch this scatter, it's gonna be awful. Nah, boys to the ball.
I mean, you have to throw it and pray. Oh, he didn't take the throw.
What?
He's going for a turn 16 score. Okay, Manus has given up on the win. Which, I mean, to be fair, the only chance he had, literally the only chance he had was a blitz or a riot. But still, that's disappointing.
He's gonna foul him instead.
I mean, I don't mind the foul, but this is a playoff match. That slim chance to win is more important.
Agreed.
And another
the referee, Jesus. He's called him every single time.
I mean, once again, there are 4 elves on the pitch, 3 who can move. I think they're all going to just run for safety.
Run away against one, you take your win 2-0. Congratulations, I mean, and is any MVP range of leveling that you can see?
Yep, and like 2-1 is still fine.
The throw is that the guard lineman needs a boundary pass. What else? About it. He had to catch the level of this game as well.
You know what though? He rolled 2 5s on the armor break. He would have made the pass.
Yep, and the catch as well for that.
No, actually, he would have failed the catch.
Ah, bugger. So.
But he would have made. But he would have. He would have failed. He would have made the. No. He would have made the pass and the catch. He would not have made a handoff, but he would have made 2 GFIs.
Yep.
So he could have scored there. Oh.
Oh no.
That's a niggle on a thrower into a niggle. I think that's a niggle.
That's about it. That's a poor way to end the game. I mean, he's only a rookie thrower, so he's replaceable.
Yeah. That's not really that big a deal, I think.
Nah.
I mean, looking at this, though, honestly, I feel like there's only one way to end this game for the Orcs, and that is to go for the pitch clear. There's 3 elves left on the pitch. One of them is in a surfing position.
One of them just got powed.
Oh!
Oh no.
The pitch clear is real! That is a way bigger deal than that last one.
Oh man, he's second his pound of flesh.
Like, we were talking about how rookie blitzers are still great, and they are, but you're going to be a little upset over losing a
gut blitzer.
Oh,
no!
He didn't know. You can't get the pitch clear that way. Well, he ruined the pitch clear. May as well just score.
Where is... come on.
He even had a good foul lined up. That's a little disappointing.
Run it in.
Well, Hipzter wins 2-1 against Manus.
Yeah, congratulations. Shame about that guard blitzer, you know, last block of the game.
Yeah, that would have been really useful against elves, too.
Yeah, that's a rough one to lose.
Is he considering the foul?
No, he's just
no,
saying
don't
that
foul you.
GG.
Oh yeah, that's probably it.
No, GG well played.
That would be it, yeah. I'm interested in looking at the stats after this game because, like, there's definitely some interesting things that happened. Let's see. Unfortunately, there's not really much more to say at this point. Whoops.
Just waiting for him to run it in right now.
Yep, that's really all we're doing. Let's see.
MVP on the thrower, bugger. That was he wanted that until the niggle injury.
I mean, you may as well level it up, see what you get, but probably you're firing that thrower anyway.
Yep.
Leveled up the rookie blitzer though. For the Orcs, that's something. 23 blocks to 49. Elves got only 3 armor breaks. One of them was a KO and one of them was an injury. Orcs got 19 armor breaks on 49 blocks, and not 6 KOs from that. So yeah, this was a pure elfing.
Hey, that's happened. Sometimes it happens. I mean, wow, he made 33 going GFIs that game. I mean, he had to, which is good. I mean, he was forced to, which is good blood bowl on behalf of the elves. So if you're forcing your opponent to make more than if you make, like, I'd say, look, even if you make more than 10 or 12 GFIs a game, if you're making an opponent do that, you're doing a really good job.
Mind you, that does count rerolls, but still.
Yeah, I do understand that much, but like, so if you're getting more, like, say, mid-teens, if you force him because you're moving him out of position, then like jazz, that's a really good effort.
And the elves rolled literally twice as many dice as the orcs. More than twice as many. Wow. Okay.
That's a lot of dice.
Yeah. Anyway, that was this game, and what a game it was. I think we are done with the I am, at least, am done with the casting for the day. So, go tune in another game that's playing. I think Full Metal still has a game going, actually.
Oh yes.
So go watch
Metal's...
that. Go watch that game. And I'm gonna sign off. So, bye.